Alright, this is Weapon X Reacts, and we're back with another video, and Mr. Robot is one of the greatest shows of all time. Not only is the performance by Rami Malek as Elliot Anderson good, but it's also its cinematography and its warning. This film was a warning on our society. We just didn't know that. It's already getting much closer into that already in the modern day. Because in society, you can't do anything anymore. You are just under the control by corporations. And let me tell you something. The government doesn't control you. The world isn't run by the government. It's run by corporations, because the government, they're just part of the system. I mean, look at Joe Biden. He's not a good president. He's just a puppet to the Matrix. What has he done for America? That's right, nothing. He is an old man and he needs to retire. This may be a bit controversial to other people, but Donald Trump was a much better president than Joe Biden. Sorry if I got a little bit political right over there, but it's the truth. Not even your governments can protect you. They don't want you to be happy. They want you to keep on being controlled. They want to keep you in their hands so you can have no free will, no chance to enjoy life. And that's what this show was trying to tap into. It was kind of like a commentary on our own society. And this show does it so well in this one scene, which I will play very soon. I mean, it's so well written. Remember when shows were well written, when they were actually written by people that actually cared about the product instead of politicizing the product with woke propaganda? Because in every single other show, you're always assaulted with wokeness and liberal ideologies. And that is not how you do entertainment. These people don't know how to entertain the audience anymore. They only care about themselves and their own agenda. They don't care about the story. They don't care about the characters. Because they don't want to. They are just there just to push their wokeness down your throat. That's it. And I have to be very, very clear. This scene right here will get your brain thinking of how our society really is. And you will start realizing that when you look into what America has done to itself. America is a dystopia. There is no escape from the Matrix. Because modern society will keep it that way. They will make sure that you will never escape the control. You will always be manipulated. But what you can do is fight against it. Do you know why? Because we just want to live our lives. We don't want to be controlled by corporations who just don't want to care about the consumers, but care about the leftist communities by virtue signaling to them. Corporations, they control your life. You, to them, are just paying fanboys of their products. You don't matter to them because they don't give a damn about you. They only care about themselves and their own products. They will do anything they can for money. That is why they are failing. And these products are failing because there are always woke idiots in these companies that don't care about selling product but care more about focusing on their own agenda, the same way as what they do with movies. I'm gonna show you this scene, and it's well acted. It really is. This scene describes society way more than any other show I have ever seen. This is one of the most important shows of all time. And it's really underrated. This is the best show you've never seen. And I totally recommend you give this show a watch. Because it makes a clear message in your mind that society isn't the same anymore.
What are you thinking about?
Nothing.
You want to know what I'm thinking about? The first time you came to me.
I didn't exactly come to Krista. I was forced here, but I do like her. Hacking her was simple. Her password, Dylan2791. Favorite artist in the year in which she was born backwards. Though she's a psychologist, she's really bad at reading people, but I'm good at reading people. My secret, I look for the worst in them. I know she went through a divorce 4 years ago. I know she was devastated by it and has been dating losers on eHarmony ever since. Her most recent foray, Michael Hansen. I searched for him online, but nothing came up. No LinkedIn, no Facebook, nothing. Something about him bugs me, scratching that part of my mind again. But I'll hack him soon enough, I always do.
I know you're not yelling mine before, which is good. But I can tell you're still holding on to it. And we need to work on your anger issues, Elliot. You're angry at everyone. At society.
Fuck society.
I know you have a lot to be angry about, but keeping it to yourself and staying quiet like you're doing, it's not going to help you. There's pain underneath. That's where our work needs to go. What is it about society that disappoints you so much?
You need to be very, very, very... You need to keep your eyes focused on this scene. Because this scene is very, very important and very interesting.
Oh, I don't know. Is it that we collectively thought Steve Jobs was a great man, even when we knew he made billions off the backs of children? Or maybe it's that it feels like all our heroes are counterfeit. The world itself's just one big hoax. Spamming each other with our burning commentary bullshit masquerading as insight. Our social media faking as intimacy.
True.
Or is it that we voted for this? Not with our rigged elections, but with our things, our property, our money. I'm not saying anything new. We all know why we do this. Not because Hunger Games books makes us happy, but because we want to be sedated. Because it's painful not to pretend. Because we're cowards. Fuck society.
Elliot, you're not saying anything. What's wrong?
Nothing. Don't be frustrated.
I'm gonna pause it right there. Because... Damn! This character right here describes society perfectly. Because every single time you buy a product, do you actually feel happy? No, you don't. You just feel that way. It's because you are sedated. The products you consume will never make you happy. It will keep you sedated. Because the world doesn't want you to be happy. They want you to be controlled. They just want you to conform. And you know what? That just exposes it. Because Elliot Anderson is a well-written character in this show. Because he describes every lonely man today. He is a clear representation of every lonely man. Because men, they feel like they have no purpose. They feel like society stole that from them. And that they lost their wives because their wives don't actually care about them. They only care about themselves because they're feminists and they just want to say, screw all men. Right now, masculinity is toxic now. Men are no longer masculine. They are becoming emasculine. They're becoming feminine because of their depression and mental illness. And that is some of these people. Loneliness will not make you happy. It will kill you psychologically. Loneliness is destroying what makes men men. You know what we need to do as men? We need to bring back our own masculinity back up. Because today, you're never gonna get that chance. Because you're gonna keep on being indoctrinated. That is what they will do. That is the plan they have for you. As a man. As a man, you can't be happy anymore. Do you know why I'm saying this? I'm saying this because our society, it's completely changed. And it's not good. AI has infected society. The only thing that men do go all the way to, they go all the way to porn. Which they think will make them happy, but no. It will keep them a lot more lonely than what you think. Because porn is disgusting. It's sick. It's to keep you lonely. It's to keep you infected. The only purpose of that stuff is to manipulate you and destroy you even more. And this is one of the biggest things of why men are becoming more lonelier than ever. Because they want to not have a real relationship with a woman. They just want to see a woman just be sexually manipulated. That's it. And this stuff that the Matrix wants to give you, it's all just tools to control you. Don't allow that. I'm actually not joking. Do not, in any circumstances, watch this free adult entertainment. Because it's not entertainment, it's manipulation. It's sick to see society like this. To see men like this. It's just so depressing now. There's no escape from loneliness. Well, for these men anyway. Men don't have a choice anymore. And it's sad. Really sad. No, but you know what's the best advice I can give for lonely men?
It's 6 o'clock.
I think maybe don't let society control you. Find a way. Don't just decide to just end it all. Because you have a purpose as a man. Don't be what society wants you to be. And it's not just men, it's everyone. Because we're more connected to our phones than we are socially. And you know what? It will just make you way more lonelier. And also, there was even like a quote about social media. How it's just so addictive. You've got things like TikTok going around. TikTok is just a waste of time. It's destroying the next generation. It's making them become weak. It's making them think differently. It's making them become assholes. Because I used TikTok once, and do you know what it did to me? It did bad things. Really bad things. Because TikTok is just like all the others. It's just a tool. It's an obsession. Because you just scroll your entire life away through TikTok. They want to keep you blinded to realize this. Because you're not supposed to think about anything else. Think that maybe this stuff isn't that good. No, it's not. But, you know what society does? It goes like, you need to keep on doing what we tell you to do. Stop thinking differently and just consume product. This show even warned us about these products. Because these products are made to do anything. It's not about selling product. It's about selling product to consumers who just want to consume product without asking any questions whether it's actually necessary. Because when you look at a product, you go like, wow, I just want to keep on being indoctrinated. It's all just indoctrination. The Matrix doesn't care about you. They want to keep you in the cage. And the cage is metaphorical. It's society that's the problem. We can't fix our society because we just want to stay in the system. And if we think differently, we're the enemy. But you know what? That's what cancel culture wants to do. They want to cancel you. They don't care about your opinion. They just want to get offended over everything. They want to victimize themselves constantly. That is pathetic and that's laughable. I'm actually not joking. That is pure bullshit. Society is dying. Soon, you won't have a job. Soon, AI will take over. And you will just sit there and watch as your society tears itself apart. And you know what? This is another character that's also been liked by the Sigma male community and lonely men in the world. They call them a literally me character. Just like Patrick Bateman. And you know what? This show, it made me think. It made me think that if we continue on living like this, then then we won't be living a good life. And do you want to have a good life? Then don't let modern society take that from you. Don't let them take away your freedom. And fight. Don't just sit around and do nothing. This show perfectly describes how a modern society kills itself. And I think it's well done. This show deserves my respect. It deserves every part of it. It's because of that the writers were able to keep me interested in this show. They didn't try to lecture me with woke BS. No, they actually tried to entertain me, which is what Hollywood should be doing. What I'm saying is, don't be controlled by indoctrination. Have your own mind. Think. Don't conform. Because just conforming to society and being censored every single time just describes society's lack of confidence in itself. Because society has nothing anymore. They are done. And also, I think maybe you should watch this show if you want to know how our society is right now. Because there will be a time when this show is a documentary. When you actually look at it through a different lens, then you'll see that this show was right all along. We just didn't know that the first time. Also, anyway, that's all I got for today. Go away now, and always remember, strike it back like a weapon against wokeness.